Hey, it's Midnight Raven, and today I want to share with you something I found on Facebook. Now, you don't hear me talk about Facebook very often on my channel, mainly because Facebook is more like a family thing, more like a personal thing. But I went onto Facebook and I found this really cool freelance designer. This is his page, and it's Xavier Collette, aka Coliandre. I can't pronounce his name. He's got all his social media and everything, and he's a freelance artist, and he does some amazing work. And today I'm going to show you some of his work. Now, I'm not sponsored or affiliated. I'm showing his work because I think it is amazing. So I'm going to show his work and give my thoughts and opinions, and I will link his personal website down below. So this was where I found him. I was on a thing called Flutter by Oddities. It's a group on Facebook, and I found his Draco Fungus artistic drawings. Now we're going to go through them and have a look at them because I think these drawings are just something else. So I'm going to make it full screen and put myself down the bottom, and I'm going to make it so I'm in the corner. So this is the first one, and this is Bolet. It's basically a really cool dragon fungus, and these are all obviously made up. They're his own inspiration and everything. I thought this was so cute. Look at the little smile on his face. Really cute. I think there's about 30 of them, so we can't stay too long on each of them because I want you to see all of his work. Obviously, this isn't all of his work, but this is the work that caught my eye. Here we have the next one, and it's a tiny little dragon with the little fungus on his back, and he's got like little fungus wings, and he just has a face you just want to squish. Not that I go around squishing faces, but look at how cool that is. I love the colors as well. Kind of dark but cute feeling. Okay, this is the next one. This one reminded me of like, I want to say like a sloth because of the claws. But then the way the mushroom is, it's different. It is different. I can't pronounce the name, so you're going to have to excuse the fact that I don't pronounce each of the names. But this is a Draco Fungus collection, as they call it. It's basically dragons and fungus, and his artwork is just so striking. Here is the next one. This is Trompetta de la Mort. I think I said that right. Or Trompetta. This is kind of weird. You can see that the dragon is kind of here. Here are his ears. His hands are down here. His tail goes up through here. And then the mushrooms are on his back. Now, I think this is so cool that if you didn't look really hard, you can miss the fact that the dragon was at the bottom. It's so put together. Okay, here's the next one. Ooh. So if you aren't seeing it, his little face is here. He's got his little hands. He's got these beautiful wings, and then he's got these horns that go into these big open flat mushrooms, if you want to call it. Obviously, I would pronounce the names, but I would probably crucify them. So we're going to just admire the art, and if you want to read the name, be my guest. Okay, here's another one. Here's Shiitake. I know I got that right. This is so cool. So Shiitake is like a Japanese dragon. You've got this really weird shaped head that's kind of like a dragon, but obviously a flat mushroom. Then you've got this great big sort of turtle mushroom on his back. Love his tiny little claws. I think it's so delicate. Here's this one. Now, this one was one of my favorites. This is the Champignon Noir. And I love this shading, and I love this color. And he's got this little whippy tail that you can just imagine him whipping people with. And I love the whole spikiness of it. It's like he's a half dragon, half dinosaur, half mushroom, like a combination. And it's just so perfect. This one is so cute. Look at his little face. And his tail, it looks so squishy. Basically, he looks juicy like an orange. Like if you were to squeeze him out, there'd be juice coming out. Kind of reminds me of like a frog with the little bubbly feet and the bubbly hands. Then he's got these big things on his back. I don't know how this guy's moving around because they must be heavy. Moving on, this one is just so next level. It's like a dragon's wearing a multi-layered tutu. I think it's beautiful. I love this teal color that they've incorporated just on some of the layers. And the head is really different. Obviously, this is the face down here. You got the little hand, you got the tail. I think it's amazing. This Draco Fungus collection / mushroom / dragon is just amazing. And this is the Pied Blue or Pied Blue. This one I wasn't so keen on. I don't mind the colors. Kind of reminds me of like a lizard dragon. And then you've got the big mushrooms. It wasn't my favorite. It didn't like draw me in when I originally looked at these designs. But you can't define that it is a nice art piece. This one kind of reminded me of like, I want to say like a really bad horror movie where you get this like devilish cobra with the face, the great big like cobra frill as they call it, and then you got these whippy things. I can imagine him in a horror film like terrorizing people and whipping people with this and like slicing and dicing them and these great big chompers. But it's really, really good. Okay, this one was so different. So this is its tail behind, and then you've got this multi-layered petal type mushroom with this tiny little face in there going, what in the hell have you drawn? He doesn't look happy, I tell you. I'm not so sure about this face. Maybe it should have been a bit higher up. I don't know. It's weird yet off-putting, but I love the whole multi-layered kind of feathered look. I think it's cool. Here's another one. Kind of looks like a Pokemon. Again, you got the capped mushroom wings. You got this big mushroom, which I can't decide. I think it's his tail. And then you got his face. He's got his little eyes, and he kind of looks like a rabid dog with his great big chunky like bulldog looking legs. He looks like he means business, and honestly I wouldn't mess with him. Now this dude has got some issues, mainly that he can't move without probably spiking himself. But aside from that, it reminds me of like a cactus. He's like a cactus dog. You can just imagine if a dog had run into a cactus patch, got covered in spikes, this is what he would look like. His mouth and everything, I really like it. It's very, very different. Now, this was kind of cute. This is the Parrot Wax Cap. So this is like a silky wax outer layer with the green being like of the parrots of Rio de Janeiro sort of thing. But it also kind of looks like a fish. I get that this bubbly eye and this whole thing and then the tail, although it says Parrot Wax Cap, it does look more like a fish to me with the head and the tail shape, like kind of like an angelfish. But I think it's cute. Here's another one. Again, this kind of reminds me of like a velociraptor on like a dinosaur that's got that kind of, I think it's a velociraptor or a raptor. He's got that kind of menacing face. He's got these long legs to chase after you. I absolutely love the detailing in this, all the little wings that are all like, I suppose they're like molten lava that's like hardened. Really cool. I think he's called Morel. Okay, next. mushroom guy kind of looks like a toad, kind of like the other one. The big tongue nose, a bit menacing, especially with it being purple. And the toadstool, it's not one of my favorite ones. It's more like a generic toad with a mushroom on him, if I'm honest. Next one, this was also kind of weird. It's like a trio, you know, just imagine like a trio of Pokemon. One does one thing, one does another, and then he's got his sister coming along. They're kind of weird, kind of cute. They look like tiny little doggies that just happened to have picked up a great big mushroom by accident. This one's kind of cute. Kind of reminds me again of a Pokemon, I have to say, but very cute. It's different. It's not, again, one of my favorites, but it is unique. Then you got this one, and he just makes me smile. This little grin. You're just like, oh my God, he's going to kill me, but he's so cute. Love the red and the contrast in the black, and the fact he's coming out of a little egg. It's meant to make him look less menacing, but honestly, you give him a chance and he'll whip you with those head bits. Now, this one was one of my favorites. This whole yak-looking dog, Highland cow combination is so cute. You just want to go up to him and pet him, but I guarantee you, these little horns up here probably do some damage. You get too near the babies and you're finding out. Reminds me of a Highland cow with all the fur and the layers. Here we have what look like, reminds me of like Diglett or Dug Trio from like Pokemon. Just a bunch of menacing, creepy dudes. Obviously, they got teeth, they got legs. I wouldn't want to find these in a dark alley or be chased in the field by them. I think they would, as you can see here, he's quite happy. Here's a different one. Now, this is meant to be kind of like a stag / deer. If you look really closely, his face is here. These are meant to be kind of antlers. You've got this tail and everything. It's really cool. I think it's a little muddled. I think if the head had been shaded different or the body, it might have been a bit more striking. It's still a cool thing. I think it just mixes a bit with the colors. Now, this one's kind of cool. Again, reminds me of a Pokemon. And the underbelly's got holes in it. I don't know why, but as the person over here said, underbelly makes me uncomfortable. I'm not going to dispute that. Makes me a little uncomfortable as well. But it does look really cute. These guys. Do you ever remember Pinky and the Brain? Do you remember ever remember when Brain got a big head one episode and it kind of swelled up when he thought he was, you know, this is what this reminds me of. This is like Pinky and the Brain. A great big brain on a toad. They look cute, but I guarantee you they're still menacing. Now, this guy kind of reminded me of a poodle at Crufts, where he's had little bits of his tufty fur cut. And he's not impressed, and he's like, what is this? I went to the groomers and this is what I came out with. He's not impressed with his haircut. This one again is pretty cool. It's not my favorite. Again, I'm not overly keen on the color, but I don't have to be because it's obviously not my picture, but I can appreciate it for what it is. Here's this guy. Oh, he's so happy to be a tongue waggling mushroom called Sep, I believe, or Seppi. Again, it's not one of my favorite ones. It's more like a generic mushroom with eyes. This one is kind of cool. Again, it kind of reminded me of like a swan. The whole body shape, kind of swanny-like with the head and everything. Again, I'm not a big fan of the colors. I'm not a fan of pink. And pink and brown together, just not one of my favorites. This one, kind of generic. It kind of looks like a generic snake with like muscly arms and legs. And again, I'm not a big fan of the pink. But as I said, I can appreciate every single item on here for its artistic nature. This one, again, kind of looks like a I wouldn't say it's a toad, but with the eyes being like that, I'm not so sure of this one. A couple of them, you know, were not really my thing. But, you know, artistic impression is everything. You know, you can either love or hate art, and that's what makes art so beautiful. Difference of opinions. Now, this one, again, kind of generic with its body shape, the fact it's got another mushroom on its head and more mushroom wings. Some of them are kind of, you feel like they're kind of repetitive, but they are different. This one was kind of cool. It's kind of like a lizard who's on fire, but the fire isn't fire. It's more like coral. So it's like a dinosaur, reptile, dragon covered in coral. If that makes any sense to you. This one, I felt sorry for him because it looked like someone had just split his head open. Or he looked like he was walking around and he was just completely wounded with all these redness. But he just looks so cute with this face. How can you not love him? Here we have what I call the mum with the unexpected horrible trio. So this is like Mummy Mushroom, and these are the 3 terrible children who just won't shut up, and she just wants a night's sleep, and she's like, look, little ones, shush. And this is the Champions de Paris, or Paris. This one was kind of cool. It reminded me of like an electric eel that was spiky with fur. So this is the hairy Mycena or Mycena, like a spiky hairy eel with the whole body shape. I could be wrong. Here's this one again, kind of generic. It's kind of like a snake with wings, but you know, people love it, people hate it. That's what makes art so good. And I do like the coloring though on that one. And then that's it. We are back to the original. So let me know down below what you think of this artist. Let me show you again his page so you can have a look at him. So I found this purely by accident. So what I will do is I will link his website down below. And obviously, you know, he's an artist. He has a website. He has a shop. If you want to go to his website and check out more of his work, I'll link it down below. I think the whole mushroom oddity thing is pretty cool. If you want to look at the page on Facebook and look at it there, I'll link that as well. That was called Flutter by Oddities, and they have loads of different artists on there, loads of different paint work, loads of different weird things. And I want to review some more on the Flutter by Oddities Facebook. So if you want to like and subscribe and give us a big thumbs up, that would be amazing. Comment down below your favorite piece, and I will see you very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.